Overnight, we've cruised further down the Rhine and moored in Kiel, a lovely little village on the edge of the Rhine. Wernie is our cruise director, ensuring all travel options are sorted and organised on the ship. And I've asked him to steer me towards one of those grand castles or palaces I've heard so much about. Morning, Wernie.
Hi, Trevor. How's it going?
Very good, mate. How'd you go?
All good. We organised special access to the Rastatt Gardens. They are one of the best in Europe.
Palace Gardens?
Yeah, the gardens,
Woohoo.
my friend. And as well, we have a private guide and an extraordinary guide. You're in a good hand.
Ah, brilliant. Rastatt Palace is the epitome of Baroque residential design and was constructed in 1707 with the classic grand courtyard and lavish use of statues throughout the grounds. Atop the palace is the gold statue of Jupiter, standing there holding a thunderbolt. Now, he's looking this way, and 25 kilometres this way on the other side of the Rhine River is France. The whole idea was that he was threatening the French to stay there. This was built as an outpost on the edge of the Rhine to protect the Germans against the French coming across and trying to take it. Now, the irony of the whole thing is that the Margrave that built this was actually born in Paris, effectively a Frenchman protecting the German border against the French. If you think the Margrave, Ludwig Wilhelm's background has all the makings of a fascinating story, you'd be right. And it's a story that my guide Lydia loves to tell.
When they started to construct this castle, it took just 6 years.
Yes.
And 2 years after, 1705, he died. So he hardly really did live in here. And later on,
passed away.
his wife took over the government, you know.
So it would have been unusual for a woman in those days to take over government too?
Absolutely, because we are in the epoch of Baroque, you know, women, they didn't count at all. And she was a very strong woman, and she did it quite well. She finished off the building, especially the decoration, but there was another problem, you know. The architect who did construct this building, he came from Italy. He was a very well-known architect because he did work with the emperor as well. And he was too arrogant for her and too expensive.
Yeah.
So she wanted to have people from her homeland in her surroundings. So she called another architect from Bohemia, that's today the Republic of Czechia, you know, and he finished the building and he finished the decoration.
The grounds and buildings are laid out using the model of the buildings of the French chateau in Versailles. The castle has remained true to the original construction. Even the glass in the windows and much of the furniture inside is original. The only difference is the colour, which was originally strawberry red. It would have been quite the standout in this valley, I suspect. Inside the building, the palace is stunning, with grand rooms and magnificent decorative plasterwork and stunning frescoes. This quite remarkable room is the ancestors' room, and it reflects the affluence of the family in the area. If you look up, you can see the beautiful fresco and then, of course, this incredible plasterwork. But holding this spectacular roof up are these statues. Now, these are Ottoman. Now, the Ottoman were actually being captured at the time this was being built. You see, the Margrave was off fighting the Ottoman Empire. And this was very much showing the burden of these men, and they're holding the whole world up on their shoulders, the roof. Rastatt Residential Palace is a reminder of a time when absolutist rulers took land and built empires within empires. The scenic and rich experience here is something very special. Imagine enjoying fine wine and a magnificent meal and then touring this grand palace on a personal guided tour. That's what Scenic and Rich is all about. And it's capped off by an amazing opera performance in the Grand Hall. This is something you can only enjoy on a scenic spaceship tour. A very special experience you will never forget.